Hello everyone, it's Ethan from the Orlando Tourist, and we are here on September 3rd, which is a Friday, and it is the opening night of Halloween Horror Nights. And we're going to be doing Stay and Scream, and we're going to be checking out some new stuff around the park, like some of the Beetlejuice stuff in the store. We're going to pick up our tickets, and we're going to show you how some stuff works while we get ready for the event. I'm also going to put a disclaimer right here, so if you don't like seeing gory things or bloody stuff, viewer discretion is advised. I would stop watching the video now at this point. Stay tuned everyone, I'm going to be ranking the houses at the end of the video. So if you want to see my opinions and how I rank the houses, stay tuned. As we're walking in, we have the new house shirts here and some new mugs in the security area. So right now we're going to enter the Universal Studio store in City Walk. They have some Halloween Horror Nights merchandise in the window display. And they should have a Beetlejuice display inside. So they have a lot of merchandise in here. I don't see the Beetlejuice display in here, so I think it might be in the other store. But they do have the house shirt here. They have a lot of the license plates and the mugs, the pins. Everything Horror Nights is found in this store, so come in and see it. And up ahead, I can see the archway all decorated. I can't believe this. It's been 2 years. It's 2 years in the making right here. We've been covering updates from Universal every week with the construction of Horror Nights, and today we could finally enter those gates and see the 30th anniversary. The gate looks awesome. The archway entrance, we have the Bride of Frankenstein lives, Beetlejuice, we have Jack the Clown on the medallion, we have the Haunting of Hill House, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Horror Nights icons captured. And we have Beetlejuice music playing as well. So we've just got our tickets. We have the Frequent Fear Pass Plus, most expensive paper I've ever held, and we have now entered the gates as well. This is everyone waiting to enter the event. So we are now in the park, and we're gonna see the Beetlejuice stuff is in the main Universal Studio store right over here. So we're in this area checking out the Beetlejuice Props. They have some of the props from the tribute store from last year. The gravestone. We have the Dante's Inferno room. We have the posters here. And we also have the Beetle Snake from the stair railing. This is really cool. And it's the same Beetlejuice merch we've already seen. But I love the decor in here. This is all really cool to look at, but we're gonna head over to a Stay and Scream area or maybe the tribute store. And we'll wait for Horror Nights to start. So we've been covering updates in this zone, but right now it looks like the zone's fully built. All the rehearsals have been going on, team member previews. We're ready for the event tonight. This zone's gonna be really cool from what I've seen as well. So they have Stay and Scream over in New York right now. I think it's the Finnegan's one. And we also have one in Central Park. I don't know if they have the Springfield one, unless this is considered the Springfield one this year. We're gonna go check and see if they do have the Springfield one available. So this year, this one's considered the Springfield Stay and Scream, so we're gonna head in. So we're in the Stay and Scream area right now. It's getting a little busy in here. Tonight did in fact sell out with tickets. We were able to purchase our Frequent Fear Pass today over the phone, and they are still selling them at the gate as well. But beware. Some events do sell out, and they incorporate the amount of people with single night tickets and the multi-nights. Stay and Scream over here does look a little busy right now though. So after asking some more team members, this isn't the Springfield area. The Stay and Scream, they have another one in the actual Springfield zone, and it will open to the back 3 houses. So we are in line now. This is the Stay and Scream over here, Central Park. So it's only $4.50 right now, and it says Horror Nights starts at 6:30 every night, but they do open the gates at 6, so definitely keep that in mind when you plan to come. This is the Central Park Stay and Scream, or known as the Springfield Stay and Scream as well. We have a giant storm coming, we're just waiting for them to open the gates. So it looks like this is the end of the Stay and Scream line. and we are at the beginning of the Stay and Scream line, and we're gonna start with Hill House. Yeah, we're moving.
Want me to go with you?
We're moving.
And 2 years ago when they did it, both of them were dead. Yep. Like I went November 1st, right after Halloween. I was like, today's about to be packed.
They're bringing us somewhere. There's people over here. Haunting a Hill House. We're entering now. Haunting on the left. Beetlejuice on the right. See you guys later. We're in the line for Hill House, kind of close to the front. We're going. We're some of the first like 15 in, going through animal actors. We're going to Hill House right now. I am so excited. First horror nights in 2 years. We're taking the shortcut, and they did split up the line for Beetlejuice as well from the Stay and Scream. So if these are two houses you want to do, I definitely recommend this Stay and Scream over the one in New York, because that one allows for Texas Chainsaw, Icons, and Tooth Fairy and Brides. And that's the Beetlejuice line over there. People are just running. Might be the Beetlejuice line or just Stay and Scream in general. So right now it's raining and they're about to let us go by Hill House, so we're gonna get soaked. Well, here we go. Water attraction. Don't stop us here. Yay, Hill House! Oh, my socks are wet. Yeah, we're entering. We're queuing up outside. Sorry for the water in the camera. Can't do much about that. Puppet theater facade's right over there. We'll get a better view later. I hear some music for it. So long. Beetlejuice over here. It's the exit. And we're about to enter Haunting a Hill House. Right over there. Haunting a Hill House. I am drenched right now. I'm soaking wet. Our first cast change of the year.
You know what's funny, when you go to Marty's, while you're backstage for that horror night, it's like, oh. They also kind of, you can't.
So it looks like they have a projector right here with some lighting. And I know that the facade does light up blue at night, but it looks like they might have projections on the other half of the building as well. I don't know if we'll be here tonight to see that, or if we might be doing other houses, but we'll find out. Express people right now, we'll be let in next. There we are. Here we go. And we're about to go inside, so we cannot do any video inside the house. So we just got out of Hill House. A solid 7 out of 10 for our first run. We missed a lot of scares. The tall guys from the show are really nice. They're like really good scares. You know, some of the characters from the show, they don't have as good of a scare. But, I mean, it's still a pretty solid house. If you've seen the show, a lot of recognizable scenes. Pretty good house. I'll have to come out when it's darker. And, you know, it's the first run through the night, so we'll see if anything changes too. But pretty solid house so far. So this is the line for Beetlejuice right now. It looks like a lot of people are going into Beetlejuice, so we might hit the back few houses right now instead. There's some cars from Fear Factor right now backstage. And there's some log flumes and a Jurassic Park boat. But also, that house, I missed a good amount of scares, so we're definitely gonna have to come back to it again though. It says 75 minutes for Beetlejuice and 45 for Haunting a Hill House. They got some of the food tents open here. But yeah, long wait times for those houses, so if you do stay in Scream, it's the way to go. Not as long waits. Get some menus over here, menu over here. We got the Twisted Taters tent open. And the scare zones are starting to go up. We have a directory sign. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna head to the back houses right now. Okay, we've done Beetlejuice already, so we'll do that another time. We're gonna hit the newer houses right now while it's short. Crypt TV projections are going on right now over there. We're gonna hit that zone up later. So it looks like Springfield, there are no chainsaw people this year. It's very sad, but we do have chainsaw people in the other scare zones instead. So we got some lighting over here by Springfield. We have the Chucky photo op over there. We're gonna do that later. The Nightmare Fuel. We have a show over there. We're gonna head Wicked Growth and Puppet Theater right now. It's gonna be awesome. It says it doesn't really have a wait for Wicked Growth right now, but Puppet Theater looks like they have a wait. It doesn't have a time, so we're just gonna pick one. Let's do Puppet. We're doing Puppet right now. So here's the facade. We have a little bit of a line to wait in because it doesn't look like the house is open yet. That facade looks awesome. So we're walking around in the queuing, and we're about to head around the front of the Puppet Theater facade again. It's just not open yet, so we're waiting in line for it to open. Puddles everywhere. Go left. This house facade is awesome. So it is pouring right now, but we're still going to be filming here. So, Puppet Theater, really awesome house, solid 9 out of 10. I did miss a lot of the scares, but the sets were so good though. The sets were really good. The costumes, A+. I have to go on that when it gets darker, and hopefully I don't miss some of the scares. And we have the Wicked Growth facade there right now. That's where we're going to be headed next. 65-minute wait for Pumpkin. So we have some Seek and Destroy stuff going on over there. There's some lighting. We're not going to go in Wicked Growth right now. We're trying to wait out the rain. And I would be filming more in the queue as I'm entering and leaving the house, but the rain's just so bad right now. The camera's really not supposed to get wet, and it's soaked. I'm soaked. We're just trying to wait stuff out right now. So it's pouring right now. They got some cool park-wide music this year, a little bit different than last year. A lot of houses are delayed. As you can see over there, it's delayed for Cary, Ohio. And the Wicked Growth one is a 65-minute wait right now. So we have waited out the rain. It's just drizzle right now. 25 for Puppet and 15 for Wicked Growth. That's where we're heading. So we are in line over here. We have a Mardi Gras menu here. And this is the Wicked Growth facade. The facade looks so cool. Can't wait to see it at night. We are behind Men in Black right now, and it looks like we have some ride vehicle sitting back here. Looks like we have a cast change. And that's for the Cary house. Looks great. We're about to enter Wicked Growth, Realm of the Pumpkin. That was an amazing house. Wicked Growth, Realm of the Pumpkin, 11 out of 10 right there. I got most of the scares, so it was really good. They were in your face. It was great. A+, A+ house. Once again, this is the Wicked Growth facade right there. We're gonna head out and see if we can do any of the other houses. The line's really building up there right now. So Wicked Growth, that's a must-do house, must-do. But right now, we are gonna head to Cary, Ohio, and we're about to enter that one. That house just reopened, and it's at a 15-minute wait, so it's like a walk-on. And the rain has mostly gone away. And I think the rain has affected my enjoyment of some of the houses, so if I wasn't as soaked, I'd probably be able to have a better experience in the house. But either way, I'm happy that we get to go in the house regardless. You can see the stage for Halloween Nightmare Fuel over there, some of the lighting as well. And 15 for Scary Ohio. I believe the first Nightmare Fuel is at 9, but I could be wrong. I don't know if they're rehearsing right now or if there is a show going on. But we're about to head into Scary. This house should be interesting. It's basically the anniversary house. So it's a compilation of a lot of scenes from the past years. Some of the best houses in the past. We have the facade right over here. This facade looks amazing. It looks even better at night, but we're not going to see that yet. So I thought that was a pretty solid house. It's a compilation of some of the past houses from Horror Nights. I would probably rate that like probably like an 8 or 9 out of 10. I mean, I hit most of the scares. It was pretty good. They actually packed a lot in that house too. It was a pretty solid tribute house. But now we're heading over to the Halloween Nightmare Fuel. Looks like the show's about to fill up. Apparently the first showing is at 8. And it's filling up, so we're gonna see if we can get some good seats. And the tents over here for alcohol look really cool when they're all lit up. That's nice. Look what an awesome set.
Just leaving this dark dream immediately. Ready or not?
that show was crazy. A lot going on, a lot of fire effects, dancing, a little bit of magic in there. It's pretty awesome. Pretty lengthy show as well. And it is clouding up my lens as well because it's raining out here and it's a little humid, so sorry about that. But I got some footage. I don't know how much of it you'll be able to see. We'll see about that, but it was definitely a really cool show. They have like 4 show times each night and it's so worth it. Definitely check it out. If you love Academy of Villains, similar music, some of the similar acts that they had in the show, it was really good. So we're about to enter our first zone of the night, Crypt TV. We actually haven't entered any zones, but we have done 4 houses. Can't wait to check this out. We've seen some of the episodes. I need to watch some more of it. But the lighting here looks awesome. A lot of people are on stages here. Not many roamers in the zone. It's hard for them to get in a good scare.
People staring at you, gotta trick their head.
Crypt TV on the walls. Very congested zone. It looks like we don't have Miss Anity over here. She's not here right now. I found Miss Anity. About to enter the set. I don't see the little hawk guy over here. We have the girl over here though. There's some little hawk creature. Oh, he's over there. There he is. And we have Shelly over here on stage.
It's Britney Spears. Hit me, baby, one more time. Fight each other.
That's the look-see over here. So that zone was pretty neat, a lot of stage characters and everything. Pretty neat though, solid zone. We're about to enter the Seek and Destroy zone. My lenses are so foggy today because of how humid it is. But we're entering the Seek and Destroy zone. The zone looks pretty cool. Sounds like there's a helicopter. This zone is awesome. They can really get up close to you as well. They got spotlights in the building and everything. The controller over here.
My creations. All you see before you was created by me. Yes, document everything you see, human. Take it back to your leaders and show them what I have created.
Mike. Tribute store looks awesome at night. Tribute store looks crazy. This zone is pretty neat. A lot going on over here.
Everything that makes you weak, young follower. Separates my cyborg queen. Show them others of what I have created. Show the world so that they can believe your truth.
about to enter Texas Chainsaw now. It's a 45-minute wait. We're going through the Jimmy Fallon queue. I wonder if Rocket hasn't been running because of the rain. I haven't seen Rocket go at all tonight yet. But you could go under the track during horror nights. It's really nice. And we have some big lines forming over here. It looks like it's for Tooth Fairy and the Icon's house. And we do have a pretty hefty line over here for Texas Chainsaw, but we've already done 4 houses, so we're gonna have to start doing big waits anyways. And we did get to do the Beetlejuice, the Tooth Fairy, and the Brides during COVID, so we might save those for last. But there are changes to those houses still. Rocket looks awesome backstage.
So it doesn't affect you at all?
You get some really cool views. But it isn't running right now. They're testing Rocket right now. Maybe it'll reopen soon. So we're about to enter Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and over there we have Icons and Tooth Fairy. We're gonna hit those up soon. So they're running Rocket right now. I know the lens is a little blurry. So camera's a little blurry still, but Texas Chainsaw I would rate about like a 5. It's I haven't seen the movie, but based on the one I went to in 26, that Texas Chainsaw house, I kind of like that one better. So this one I rate like a 4 or 5. The chainsaws aren't very scary. You see them like before they come out. But I mean, compared to the movie, I'll have to watch it. But I think it's pretty identical because it looks like they have a lot of scenes that should be in the movie. Next, we're headed to Case Files on Earth, and we're gonna walk through the anniversary zone on the way there. They have the game tents all set up over here. Pretty neat. We're gonna head over to the Icon Zone.
Oh, yeah.
So we're in the anniversary zone. This zone's really cool. I love this. This guy's awesome. There's not much else to the zone. We do have this over here. Awesome scare acting. We have a few people roaming around. Chicken sword. And I've noticed there's a pumpkin guy in here who's supposed to be on stilts, but the stilt walkers aren't out because of the rain right now. And that sign looks awesome at night. This looks crazy. So the Eddy Zone hack and slash is over here. Looks really cool. We're gonna hit that next after Case Files on Earth, which is a 45-minute. The anniversary zone was pretty neat. Some roaming characters, some on stage, awesome music, pyro, really fun zone. The stilt walkers aren't out right now because of the weather, but hopefully we'll see them out tomorrow. And right now we are in line for Case Files on Earth, and it doesn't look like such a big line. So, Case Files on Earth was an awesome house. It was very similar to Slaughter Cinema, where there's like a bunch of different monsters in different scenes. We did get it on a cast change though, so we didn't get all the scares, but we did get a good portion of them. Really good. Interesting storyline. And also, there's a lot of plexiglass in that house, and the plexiglass isn't that bad in most of these houses. You could get some really good scares with them. But this house had a lot, but it's still really good scares. Now we're entering the Eddy Zone. This zone looks crazy. If you look at the link on the truck, on the other side it says packscenic.com. It links to Disney's Boo Bash.
Don't you picture with him? Oh, look at the clown.
Yeah, it's a Treek and Foon.
You looking for some ice cream?
This zone has a mashup of all the best scare zones in the past. It's great. This zone is absolute chaos. I love it. Set over here. We have a store open right over there. He's on a movie set. It's Eddie.
Mr. Boone, you're a very lovely fellow.
Oh, they have a cool food truck over here. You can't buy food there though. This zone is fantastic. So many scares. They fog it up so good. It's awesome. It's a mashup zone of some of the best scare zones in Horror Nights. I love this zone so much. They did a really good job with it. That is definitely my favorite so far. So that zone was really fun. Super good time in there. That was so much fun. But we're gonna head over to Brides now. And then we are gonna probably hit the Terror Queen zone at some point because that's the last zone we have to check out tonight. We're gonna head back through the Anniversary Zone to get to Brides. This is a nice zone, pretty good. And right now we're about to head in. The Bride of Frankenstein lives. It says a 45-minute wait, but it doesn't look that bad. And the line doesn't look too bad. We'll see how it is. And it looks like Rocket is running with people on it now, so we might have to get a ride on that later. We have some projections over here as well. So they're showing a little tribute video from some of the past years up here on the screen. Looks like we have the water show going on over there. That's pretty cool looking. We'll have to do that later. And we are in line for Bride of Frankenstein. We have a cash change, it looks like. So, Bride of Frankenstein was pretty much the exact same as last year. There's a couple different scenes, like the last scene didn't have plexiglass. There's another scene that, you know, some of the plexiglass wasn't there. For the most part, it's the exact same maze. If you did it last year, you're in for the same experience, pretty much. We're back in the scare zone again. We aren't heading out yet, but the maps are over here for Halloween Horror Nights, and this is what they look like. It's got Jack the Clown. This looks awesome. We keep landing up walking through this zone all the time. We use this path a lot. It's a pretty fun zone though.
And the tales I tell are
This tent's really cool looking. The lighting on here. Going back into Seek and Destroy. It's a pretty neat zone. We're about to enter the Tooth Fairy. It said 25 minutes, so that's not bad at all. See if we'll see Rocket come by. Hasn't come by yet. Well, it has a couple times, but not right now. So it said 25 minutes for the Tooth Fairy, and we've been waiting for like 28 minutes. This is the line for icons. We're about to enter Tooth Fairy though. So Tooth Fairy was pretty much exactly the same as last year as well. If you haven't been last year, they put plexi in the houses. The 2 houses they opened for a limited time were pretty good, but I just been through it a lot, and it's just, I know where all the scares are right now, but there are a few scenes without plexi that had plexi last year. There's a lot more blood in the house and a lot more fairies as well. But Tooth Fairy is about the same as last year. Nothing's really changed.
You can run, but there is no escape.
These are the new coins you can get at the exit of the tribute store. And the one that has the front of the tribute store is brand new. Hold on. So we just got in line for the Icon's house, and it says 75 minutes. So we'll see how long it takes. All right, thank you. So we're heading right now into Icons. Can't wait for this house. Should be really good. So I just got out of Icons. That was a really good house. At the end, on the throne, it always changes who's on the throne. So today we had Storyteller up there. But like Fear was on stilts and he's amazing. Jack the Clown's in the house, all the Icons. It's a pretty good house. I definitely recommend it. It's really good.
And the tales I tell are
Right now we're through the Lights Camera Action Zone again. The best zone this year. Awesome. We're gonna get some pictures too. I'll post those on my Instagram. This zone's awesome. I love this one.
Come on, Dad, don't be shy. What is love ice cream?
So we haven't done the Carnage Factory show yet, the Marathon of Mayhem, and we also haven't done the Terror Queen, the Gorewood Forest. So this is gonna be the first time in this scare zone as well. The trees are lighting up red, it looks really cool. We're gonna get some pictures in here too. We're going through this zone right now. They just redesigned the Terror Queen. She got a body up there, she'll sacrifice it. You got the blood running through the trees. The lighting in here is awesome. We got a knuckle grunt in the tree over here. This is awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, we got the rat guy over here. Awesome. He's cool. Oh, that's crazy. That's great. There we go. This is great. This zone is really neat looking. I like it at night. This is crazy. We have another one heading over here. And another rat guy. Oh, we have a tree man walking around. We got some dead bodies here. This is crazy. So I was trying to do take pictures, but it looks like they're doing a cast change right now. I'm gonna wait for them to come back out so I can get more pictures. There's a lot in this scare zone though. We're doing the cast change right now. Awesome. The alcohol stands look awesome. The lighting. Headed towards Beetlejuice right now. So right now it says that Beetlejuice is a 45-minute wait, which isn't bad at all. So we're gonna wait in it. It's the last house we have to do tonight. All these done normal line, no express. This is awesome. And also, it sounds like the Marathon of Mayhem Carnage Factory is going on right now in the forest. They're behind it. We have Woody Woodpeckers over here. I mean, this is where the line starts for Beetlejuice as well. So it might actually be a 45-minute wait. This is the scariest part of the night right over here. The Curious George Kids area. So we are in line for Beetlejuice. We've been in here for like only 10 minutes. We did this house last year, we're gonna do it again. This house is great. So Beetlejuice is right here and Hill House is right there. And it says 60 minutes for Hill House, but it looks like a walk-on. So you're going directly right there after. We're gonna go on it again.
They have a return time right now.
Yeah, but we don't need it. So we just got out of Beetlejuice. Pretty much the same as last year again. Really fun house. Think of it as a mixture of Ghostbusters and Stranger Things, pretty much. Really fun house, not too scary. It's pretty good. And then we didn't have to wait too long. So the Beetlejuice maze is pretty much the same as last year. Plexiglass is still there, kind of gives away a lot of the scares. Overall, really fun house, definitely recommend it. And with that, we have completed all the houses today with that express. And we are going to repeat Hill House now. Looked like a short wait, so we're just gonna walk right in, we're gonna see how it is. So right now, we are in line for Hill House, and it's really not a long wait. And we can see the puppet facade again. And see, it's not raining and it's dark out, so I'm hoping for a really good run through in these last few houses again. The puppet theater facade's over there and it looks splendid. I'm gonna have to see that again later.
And then my brother.
So like I said earlier, they have projections on the outside next to the facade, like next to the stickers. The real facade is inside. This is gonna be awesome. But yeah, they do have the projections like I did call earlier. So we are about to enter the Haunted Hill House. We have a cash change going into Hill House right now. So Hill House just went up on my list. I went in it again, and it was way better at night. I had an on-point run through, all the scares on point. It was so good. Next we're gonna head to the houses in the back, see if we'll get a better run through in those as well, because really good run through right there, solid. That was awesome. So right now we are going to redo Puppet and Wicked. We're on the way over there right now. This is Wicked Growth at night. It looks awesome. It looks really cool. I just got off of the Wicked Growth one again. Awesome house once again. Make sure you see that one when you come. Make that a priority. Such a good house. Got all the scares again. And last but not least, we're gonna end the night on Puppet Theater. And we're gonna go in again, see if I can get a better run through. Maybe not miss some scares, and we'll see how it is. And now we're gonna head into Puppet one more time. So right now we have the Puppet Theater at night. Can't wait to see this. We saw it during the day. Now you're getting a little comparison to see what it looks like at night. The lighting on this is really good. I love this already. We're going in. So I just had an amazing run through on Puppet. It just went up in my ranking, and such a good house. Such a good house. It's right next to Wicked Growth. So those two houses, Puppet Theater and Wicked Growth, they're back-to-back houses. When you come, make sure you hit both of those. Those are really good houses right there. So right now it's about 1:40, and the park's gonna close at 2. So we're probably about to leave like very shortly. We're on the way out. And I am gonna give you my house ranking and review at the front of the park, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna get one last walk through the Gorewood Forest. Remember if I mentioned this earlier, but like every year we have the mouse dying over here. Look at this zone before we head out. Looks awesome. Another opening night in the books this year. Awesome night. So Horror Nights was amazing this year. We had the archway right behind us. But I will go over my ranking of the houses tonight. And we did we did Puppet 2 times, we did Wicked Growth twice, and we also did Hill House twice. But all the other houses we did once. We did the Nightmare Fuel Show, and we also did all the scare zones. But tomorrow we will be back for the Marathon of Mayhem water show. And let me rank the houses for you guys. The bottom of my list on the ranking of houses is going to be Texas Chainsaw. I didn't really care for that house. It didn't really have a lot of good scares in my opinion. This is all my opinion, by the way, so if you have another opinion, that's totally fine. But Texas Chainsaw, bottom of the list. The second to the bottom is going to be Tooth Fairy. I mean, I did it a lot last year, and I didn't really think that house was all that great. Had some good scenic, but like, I don't know, I wasn't really into it. The Bride of Frankenstein Lives, also was around last year, so I've done it a lot. It was pretty good, but the plexiglass I think made it suffer a little bit, and I was expecting to see a little more out of the house. Still a pretty good house though. And next up would be Beetlejuice. And Beetlejuice is a really fun house. It's just not scary, so that's why it's kind of low on the list. Now it is a really fun house though, and it is a favorite of mine, but I'm just not going to rank it as high because the ones that are higher on the list are just scarier houses. So next up we have Scary Ohio, and that was a pretty good house, and it is number 6 on my list. But also the houses are so strong this year that even up to Beetlejuice, those are all strong houses. So even though it's so far down, that doesn't mean it's a bad house. The Scary Ohio is still a really good house, but it just didn't compete. It wasn't as good as the ones I'm about to name. So next we have Case Files. That was a really interesting house, very similar to Slaughter Cinema, which had a mashup of scenes, so that was really cool to see. And it was definitely an interesting storyline, and I will be going back to that house multiple times. Icons takes the number 4 spot on my list. Really fun house. Long wait times though, so make sure you get in that line for that house because it will fill up. Icons is a fun house though. Some really cool characters in there. It's just a really fun time. So we have my top 3 right now. Number 3 on the list is going to Hill House. Really fun house. Kind of scary in some scenes. It reminds me a lot of Graveyard Games, which is a really good house from last year. Very dark in some scenes, and definitely go in this one at night. You won't miss the scares as much, and it will be easier for your eyes to adjust. So definitely go at night. It wasn't as good in the beginning of the night, in the beginning of the day, so that was one. Number 2 on my list is gonna be Wicked Growth. I know I said it was my favorite earlier, but it moved down because Puppet Theater is number 1. These are both neck and neck, and I expect them to interchange throughout the Horror Night season because they're both very good houses. Wicked Growth is similar to Scarecrow in a way, but really fun, and some unique scares used throughout the house. Also, Puppet Theater, just really loud sounds in that house. Really good scares that catch you off guard. It's just an amazing house. Some really cool illusions in there, so definitely check that one out. And once again, those are all just my opinion, and those probably will change throughout the season, so some houses do start out weak. So I will be revisiting like Texas Chainsaw throughout the season. Maybe it will get stronger. Actors will learn their roles more. We'll see how it goes. We'll be here like every week. I will be back here tomorrow. I'm gonna see the Lagoon show, like I stated before. But thank you for watching, everyone. Follow me on my social media pages at Ethan Hershaft on Twitter and at Florida Theme Park Pics on Instagram, and stay tuned for the next video.